Shalom Akims. It's your brother Benamar. Come back with another video. Today, Spirit and Power Yahawashi. Giving all praise and glory to Him, following His Son Yahawashi. Double honors to the elders and apostles of their great millstone, rule on time and truth. And a sincere salutation unto the brethren, pushing His word through truth and sincerity, risking a life of freedom to do so. Okay. Today, man, I got a little sit down, aka a little short. We're basically going into I'm gonna title this one "Revisiting the Georgia Guidestones." Basically going into Esau's agenda. Okay. And this, it's funny how you people can still trust the so-called white man, okay, aka Esau Edom, after he wrote this, and talking about he wants to protect your health. All right, let me chill out on that. But he wants to basically watch over you, guide you, and protect you in these last times, these last days, giving you these types of things, okay, to try and benefit you. You know what I mean by things. All right, and he has things like these written open to the public. You know what I mean? Right. So we're gonna be revisiting this. Okay, a little topic I found on my phone. I didn't even get to make it. So through the Spirit, we're gonna be going into this. I got a little clip and I got some scriptures. Okay, so lo on this edifying to the elect, and here we go.
Are enormous and made of solid granite. When you're near them, they are genuinely impressive and imposing, the sort of thing that makes you wonder how ancient people ever managed to raise them up and to place them so precisely that they act as an astronomical calendar. These particular stones don't make you wonder that, though, because these are the Georgia Guidestones in the USA, and they were put up in 1980 by modern people with modern equipment. They are not a theme park fiberglass replica, though. They are more than 100 tons of rock, and they are built to last. Inscribed on them in 8 languages are what seem to be rules for a future post-apocalyptic civilization, the sort of thing that maybe seemed like a reasonable way to send a message to the far distant future in an era when the Cold War was looking dicey and Ronald Reagan's finger was very close to the nuclear button. The person, or people, who paid for these stones stayed anonymous, so no one knows if they were actually intending to troll conspiracy theorists. Maybe they really were just hoping to create a modern Stonehenge, something that could be taken as a set of principles for the world's population to...
So fair use, fair use. Okay, now you can see a little bit of what's written on there. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. All right, and this is just goes to show you. He said it was made in 1980. And the person's anonymous, you know what I'm saying? The person's anonymous who made them. I don't even know who made them myself, but I know that it definitely was Esau Edom. You know what I mean? Okay. And basically this is the 10 commandments of men type of thing, man. Okay. Right? I don't know if he's gonna go into it, but if anything, we will go on Google. I just want to show you guys a physical representation, aka video. Okay, so Khan, again, fair use.
Follow as we recovered after an apocalypse. This might seem like a reasonable purchase, even altruistic from a certain perspective.
And there you go right there. You have the Assyrian Hebrew written on there. Okay, more of the New Age Hebrew. Okay, from our language, our ancient language. Okay, you can see on there. Okay, and don't think that these higher up echelon Edomites, they don't know the truth, because they definitely know the truth. Okay, there's a reason why they have a certain agenda. Okay.
Or the sort of person who writes a story in your head that says, well, yes, I'll be dead in a nuclear fireball, but if civilization survives, perhaps someone will come across these. Perhaps some language will have survived. Perhaps...
So it's crazy how he just mentioned nuclear fire. Okay. Right? There's a reason why these elites, they're preparing for that. Okay. They're preparing to fund both sides of the war type of thing again. Okay. Right? Because that's all Esau has ever done is fight illegal wars. Right? And then on top of that, okay, this dude wants to basically resurrect and take over the remaining of the earth. Okay, there's a reason why he says keep humanity or maintain humanity under 500 million. Okay, because there's too much people to control right now. Okay, that's why he's man. You can tell he's order of death because he has these different methods set up to kill you. The reason why this Jim Jones Kool-Aid juice has gone global. Okay, right, because this is a global plan. All right.
I will have influenced the entire path of a civilization to come. I mean, it'd take a lot of money and a lot of ego, but then it was America in the 1980s. So perhaps we should just be surprised that there aren't more stones like this all over the place. Imagine it.
Right? There you go again. Prize, truth, beauty, love, seek, and harmony with infinity. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. And Esau goes on. Oh, yo, man. Esau goes against his own nature, man. Okay, be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. All right, and you can tell nature's already dead, man. That's why these certain things are happening in these last days, because the Lord's getting ready to pull the plug. Okay, leave room for nature. We don't even leave room for nature.
Dozen different monuments,
right?
All with different rules.
Going over it.
All being followed by a different.
See if I can skip a little forward.
Societies, after all, do put up.
Yeah, he's just blabbling. Okay, what kind? Let me see if I can get a video physically. All right, I was gonna press this one because this dude was going into it. Right, slack you for that, man. All right, look at them how they're pulling it up too. All right.
All right, guys, we finally made it. Danny,
fair use, fair use, fair use.
Yeah, no, but come here.
Right, these are the 10 Commandments of men, by the way, too.
Waiting to get to this place. Here it is, the famous Georgia Guidestones. I mean, this is fucking really spooky, really, tell you the truth. I mean, it's pretty weird. Here it is. As you can see, these are all solid granite slabs, which I was in the granite industry, and this is a bitch to set these things, I'm going to tell you right now. This cost a lot of money to cut these things and to do this. All right, guys, check this out. There's a time capsule that's built 6 feet below this spot right here, and it doesn't tell you when it's supposed to be opened or anything right here. And
the time capsule is because Esau basically Esau knows that this society is gonna end. You know what I'm saying? That's why Esau, I believe he has like landmarks like these all around. He keeps it to himself, but that's Esau using these time capsules. That's why that guy mentioned World War III. Right? Because after that, okay, right? If someone digs up the landmark, right, and there's a time capsule in there, the time capsule basically represents if you open it, it's like a letter. It could be artifacts of the old an old empire. So say America was to fall, right? Which it will, right? And someone dug this up, or there was a capsule, like a box underneath these stones, right? Guess what would happen? Right, there'd be artifacts like money, things of old, like radio players. It could be paper with something written on it. Right, those are time capsules, man. All right.
Wow. So this is due north this way, due east, due west, and south.
Right, so he's going over it. This is just the capsule, right? Oh, it says Babylon on there. Babylonian. There you go. Right, and man. Yo, come on, man. It says classical Greek. Okay, right. They're naming empires, those ancient empires, man. Okay, erected March the 22nd, 1998. 1980.
Cuneiform, the Egyptian hieroglyphics. Writing on the weird Egyptian hieroglyphics.
They got the Egyptian hieroglyphics. They got the Assyrian Hebrew.
Yeah. The holes are
okay. Look at that, man.
Channel through stone indicates celestial pole. The horizontal slot indicates annual travel of the 500 million.
There you go. Well, hold up.
Have a date when it's supposed to be opened, Yeah. Stupid. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Fair use, fair use.
Under 500 million. So
maintain population under 500 million. Okay. Right. And there, yo, man. Okay. How can you trust the man that wrote this, man? You know what I'm saying? Right? How can you trust the man that wrote this? Right? Come on, I got a scripture. Come on, because I'm going through the spirit with this one. Right. This is Khan Salakia. This is Genesis chapter 6 verse 5. It says, and Yahawah saw that the wickedness of man, okay, right, was great in the earth. And guess what? We're in those times again, because even the brothers reference basically the time of Noah to even now, right? Which this is worse than the time of Noah, right? Because this is just all out wickedness, right? But even during the time of Noah, the earth was wicked, right? The earth multiplied in wickedness. That's why the Lord literally had to reset the whole earth, saved only a group of people. And at that time, there was actually elect through Noah, okay? Right? Right? Because the Lord always has an elect, man, okay? But he's going to go into this more, right? It says, the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that the imagination of the thoughts of the heart was only evil continually, okay? And that's the earth right now, again, right? Because Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9 will tell you there's no new thing under the sun, right? And the reason why the earth is wicked again is because those same spirits are back here over here again. Whether you can see that or not, reincarnation is biblical, okay? Re means to bring back, okay? When you break down that word reincarnation, right? But that's a whole nother topic. Let's keep going. Come on. I don't want to keep turning sideways. Let's keep going.
How many people we got to kill?
We gotta kill a lot of people.
Well, Monsanto's doing a good job. Maybe.
And now he says Monsanto's, which those are Esau's private organizations. Okay, that's why I say he's the harbinger of death. He has these things. Okay, right? That's why he created the bear bug that's going on right now. Okay, that's part of that, right? Through what is it called, man? With the juice that's going on. Okay. And then Monsanto's actually goes into your food, okay, your water, your air, okay, poisoning those things, okay. So basically, they have an agenda to depopulate the earth, man. That's what Esau's idea of a reset is, okay.
Maybe Monsanto, maybe they did this. That's a good possibility. Who knows? But they want to kill plenty of people.
We just know that they're killing a lot of people.
Here we go. Guide reproduction wisely.
Guide reproduction wisely. So that's basically Esau going into those abortions. Okay, that's when the abortion started to take off. And where did that start? Was with Jake. Okay, Planned Parenthood. Okay, that woman that basically famous. Okay, the famous feminism. Okay, not feminism. The famous feminist. Okay, right. So like I probably shouldn't have said that, but basically that's what that's going into. Okay, right. Planned Parenthood. Okay, what is it called? Birth control. That's basically to minimize the population, you know, right? Condoms too, all right? Which all those things, when you go into Dr. Fauci, he actually was an orchestrator of pushing those things, man, okay?
Fitness and diversity. Okay, well, that's eugenics. So who's the head of eugenics right now, Scotty? Bill Gates? Seriously.
So there you go, Bill Gates. He's linking that eugenics. Okay, that's going into human research. Okay, all right, going into the body and everything. Disease outbreak control, all those things. Okay, right. I'm not even sure they're gonna keep this one up, man. But hey, man, it is what it is. You know what I mean when I say they might not keep this one up, because it is what it is.
There's no eugenics anymore. Well, I mean, okay, here we go. What else we got here? Unite humanity with a living new language.
A living new language is that new, basically that new doctrine, that new philosophy, which is that new world order. Okay, through what? Satan. Okay, man. This is Esau's plan. It's been his plan. Okay, before he even got to America, that's basically what they were trying to do. Okay, not before they got. Well, basically, yeah, because when you go into John D. Rockefeller, okay. Right? This dude was moving at a rapid pace, man. He was moving with the left-hand side, okay? Right? Hijacking industries like the food industry, the medical industry, the banks, okay? And through that, that's how Esau was taking over the earth, okay? Once he already established here in America, okay, Esau set all those things up, okay? His plan was to take over those things, man, okay? His plan was to take over those things, and through taking over those things, medical industry, Monsanto's, aka controlling your food, your seeds, right, your water, your air, okay, your military, your banks, okay, right, which taking over the banks automatically grants you access to all those things because you're controlling the money, okay. Come on, man. All right, there you go. You can read right there. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. That's basically the unity doctrine. Okay, right? That's that unity doctrine. Going back to the time of Greece, man. Okay, even going back to the time of Genesis, the Tower of Babel, uniting the earth in one language, one religion. The same doctrine Esau's trying to push now. Okay? There's no new thing under the sun, man. Esau's pushing the same doctrines, man. Okay? That's why I thought it was really good to revisit this topic, man. Okay, basically AK revisit the Georgia Guidestones. Okay? Right? Con. Let me grab another one. Let me grab another scripture. Salaki, I'm trying to remember what scripture, man. Con, let's get let's get Isaiah the 13th chapter. Okay? Because this will go into the end times. Alright? And this is basically going Esau pre-writ this, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau pre-writ this. This is part of his basically his idea of because Esau wants to take over the earth again, type of thing, man. He doesn't really have that much control because these powers have powers that be, aka these other nations, have bargaining chips, man. They have technology too now. They have armies now, okay. And what's making it even worse and troubling for Esau is that these other nations are joining forces. These big nations, okay. Even the small nations are joining forces, okay. And that's why these American people, right? They're lost because they think they can win a world war against all these nations uniting, man. Okay, right? They think America's allies, only the really true ally that America has is what is it called? Is Israel. Okay, besides that, man, these other nations, man, they not having it with Esau, man. They're not. They're not having it, man. Okay, so like I'm having technical difficulties. Alright, this is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 13. Okay? 13th chapter. It says, we'll start at Isaiah the 4th chapter. It says, and the noise of the multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, and a tumultuous noise of kingdoms of nations gathered together. Okay, so that's them gathering for that final judgment, aka gathering in the Valley of Decision, which is over in the Middle East. That's World War III. Okay, all right. It says, and together, and the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Verse 5, and they shall come as far from a far country. So these countries are going to come from a far country to one country to battle it out with each other. Okay, so let's keep going, man.
It's like Bible stuff. There we go. The Babylon, right?
Babylon, right?
Okay,
they were mentioning that.
All right, rule,
okay.
Passion,
and the reason why Esau likes to mention and go into these ancient empires because he studies how these ancient empires were so successful. Okay. And what was the main reason why these empires were successful? Because they had the Israelites in captivity, right? So let's keep going.
Tradition and all things with tempered reason. Get rid of all your passion, get rid of all your faith, and get rid of all your...
There you go. So that's that one rule. Esau wants to control the way you think, right? The way you think, the way you move. And that's why he wants to give you the doctrines. He wants to give you the philosophies, right? And that's why we've been going into, through spirit, we've been going to the metaverse. Esau wants to give you the way you think. He wants to give you your lifestyle. He wants to control what you eat, okay? Right? And, oh, man, it's crazy because the brothers were basically going into how if Esau can really control you, he'll control how much times you take a shower, okay? How much times you use the bathroom, okay? How much time, how much energy you can use, how much, light energy you can use, all these things. Esau wants to control all those things, man. Okay? Balance personal rights with social duties. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Okay? Right? So that's why they want to destroy the American Constitution, because literally from top to bottom, there's laws and there's what is it called? Laws and legislations that protect the people's rights. Esau wants to take that away, right? So let's keep going down. Look, man, they're going into it, man. They're going through the spirit.
Sounds like you're a robot.
Like you're a robot. Esau wants to turn you into a robot. Okay, that's why he wants to give you that Kuragma, man. Right? And that's why these nations are furious against Esau, right? Because they do have some extent. They do believe in controlling their people too. But Esau wants to take over those other nations as well. You know what I'm saying? He wants to overthrow those other nations. He wants everything to himself, which is these elites. When I say America, I'm talking about these Rothschilds, Oppenheimers. Okay, these elite banking families, man. They're the top echelon, the 1%ers, man, that you can't touch in this society, right? It says, let's jump down. It says, verse 6, howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, okay? And it shall come as destruction from the mighty. And that's why we're in those times right now. Esau's trying to push the agenda even more. All right. It says, verse 7, therefore shall all men's be faint, all men's hands be faint, every man's heart shall melt. Verse 8, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take a hold of them, and they shall be in pain as woman that travaileth, and they shall be amazed at one another, and their face shall be as flames. So that's talking about World War III. Okay? The people battling it out with each other. All right?
Some of the old-fashioned stuff and some of
Passion's important.
Well,
So
passion
there you
we
go.
gotta have. You know?
Esau wants to turn you into
We
a
can, in
robot,
a
man.
sense, to become a robot and get rid of everything that we ever were.
But I mean,
Right?
some of the
Control how
old
much you reproduce. They're talking about that. Okay, man's doing turn you into a robot. He wants to control everything you do. He wants to possess you. He wants your mind, soul, and body, man. All right? What's your mind, soul, and body, man? All right? Con, man.
traditions
We just gonna watch a video,
fucking
man,
lame.
because I ain't got really any scriptures, man. We're going
But,
through the
I mean,
spirit.
it's, you know, some are
Okay, but this is Esau going in it.
different reason. Okay,
You know?
protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that what America was all about? Weren't we supposed to be free?
So-called free, right?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go from there. Okay, let's see. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Isn't that kind of like New World Order kind of?
That's the one world
Isn't that
government,
like the
man.
United Nations?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the UN right
There we
now.
go, the United Nations. There we go. Maybe they built it. Okay, let's see. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Now that I agree with. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Avoid petty laws. Fuck yeah. And the useless officials. I mean, do you know any officials that aren't useless?
All right, fair use, man.
All right. Balance personal rights with social duties. Okay, come on now.
Sounds like Russia communist mode. You
I
know,
mean,
Soviet Russia happening. Social duties.
Yes, let's get our social duties, huh? Okay.
Nazi Germany.
Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony.
Isaiah chapter 11 verse 1. It says, and the whole earth was of one language and one speech. That's what the Lord divided. Everyone has their own land, right? Their own landmark, aka their land. Everybody has their own language or dialect, okay, right? That's what the Lord divided us up, because these people are trying to join one. We're not meant to be one, man. Okay? Literally. Okay, and this proves that the Lord destroyed this, man. Okay, people think it's a coincidence that these empires. No, man. The Lord destroyed these empires, man. Okay? Right? Because these people are leaning onto their own understanding. Verse 2, it says, and it shall come to pass as it journeyed from the east, and they found a plain in the land in the Sinir, and they shall dwell there. Verse 3, it says, and they said on one to another, go, let us make brick by brick, and burn them thoroughly, and they shall had a brick for stone, and a slime they had for a mortar, right? It says, verse 4, it says, and they said, let's go, and let us blind a city in the tower, whose top may reach onto the heaven. Okay? Right? That's, oh my gosh, man. That's Esau, man. Okay? Esau's doctrine of today, man. Okay? He wants to reach onto the heavens, man. Okay? That's the same doctrine Esau is right now, right? And when you go into Freemasonry, that's what he wants. All right? He wants his sins or his iniquities to reach onto heaven. Okay? That's actually their doctrine, right? So it says, reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Verse 5, it says, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which of the children and men builded. Verse 6, and it says, and the Lord said unto the people is one, and they, right, so the people is one, so they want to be one people, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and nothing will be restrained from them. So they want that free will. Nothing will be restrained on them. They'll have the power to do anything they want. That's the same thing Esau wants now, man. Okay? Yo, literally the same thing, man. Okay? It says that now nothing to be restrained from them, and they have imagined to do. Right? So that, again, like we were just reading, the imagination of the heart of men was to do evil. And then on top of that, this precept, okay, their imaginations is to have that free will. They want to do anything they want. No consequences, no nothing. All right? That's Esau's whole memo, man. He wants that free spirit to do anything he wants, man. No consequences, no punishment, nothing. All right? Verse 7, it says, go to and let us go down and therefore confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. And that's what the Lord did that. Okay? Right? That's what the Lord did that, man. Okay? Because we're not meant to be one people, one body. Okay? That's confusion, man. We're different nations. We have different cultures. And that's what Esau wants to do. He wants to unite everybody under one people. He wants them, like Esau likes to say, mix. You know? Right? It says, so that the land shall be scattered abroad from thence upon the face of the earth, and they shall left off the building of the city. Verse 9, it says, and they shall name it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of the earth. Okay, and from thence did the Lord scatter abroad upon the face of the earth. That's why there's supposed to be landmarks, man. All right, now through the Spirit, man, we'll close on this. This is the etymology, right? The etymology for basically the word Babel. Okay, so that's the etymology online. So it's Babel. The word is Babel, right? The word Babel. Shoot, let me see. From right, it says this the definition says confused medley of sounds. Right, it's a biblical Tower of Babel in the confusion of tongues. Okay, so Esau's confusion. Okay, right, and these are the heathen back then because Esau wasn't ruling at the time. Okay, but back then these are the people of the earth at the time, right, which are the heathen. Okay, because they were pushing this doctrine, man. Okay, Jake knew not to do this garbage, right? This is a heathen. They were trying to push this doctrine, right? So it says the capital of Babylon, now in the ruin near Halai in Iraq, right? So because that's where the ancient Babylon was. Okay, and really that's what is it called? These ancient empires were trying to do. Okay, they were trying to have as much power as they could at the time, right? And really, if they wanted to, not wanted to, if they wanted to take over the whole earth. Main examples is like Rome, Greece. That's why those America mimics those empires, and now you can see too, the same ideology that they had was to scatter the armies and discover the earth basically. Okay, and that's what Christopher Columbus was the same thing he thought too. Okay, was to take over the earth. That's why after he took over America, he went over there to the Spanish conquistadors. I was even talking about what to do today. All right, he basically was talking about how over there in Asia you had the Portuguese, which were basically the conquistadors. Okay, they came over there and colonized, took the gold, the land. That's Esau getting the fatness of the earth, man. Okay, so through the fatness of the earth, what would Esau try and do? Do the same ancient things that they were trying to do back then. He's trying to fulfill the same thing. Okay, the Tower of Babel. Okay, Hellenizing the world and mainly the Israelites. Okay, and basically conforming everyone to his doctrine, his belief, his ideology. Okay, so that's what us revisiting the Church of God. So Zoe and the elect was edified. Until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.